So, guaranteed fat loss. No, it's not clickbait. This is as raw as it's going to be. I'll try and give you as much information as possible. Use the information. Don't just watch the video and do nothing about it. Everyone wants to lose a little bit of body fat, build a bit of lean muscle tissue. So, let's dive straight into the problem. Why do people struggle to do this? Now, it's not because you're lazy. It's not because you have a failed system. You might have a failed system. It comes down to this one thing, and it's basically consistency and calendar management. Now, I've been working as a personal trainer for 20 years now. Every time I sit with a client in the gym, their issue is inconsistency. So their programs look good. They know what they're doing in the gym. I'll have a look at their lifts, techniques. I'll have a look at their nutrition, and things look good. They look, like how it should do. Unfortunately, because of the nature of your busy schedule, whether you've got kids, other commitments, there's this constant flow of great week, bad week, good week, bad week. And I'm going to break it down into three areas that you need to get on top of to ensure, and this is guaranteed. If you take care of these three things, you will have fat loss, and get closer to your goal. And this is exactly what I did over the course of 10 months. Before my journey, I was stuck for 18 months with poor sleep. I'm a father of two. I've got a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. When my 3-year-old son was born in 2022, 18 months, he didn't sleep. So he was up every 2 hours. So he would feed, sleep, up, and repeat that cycle. And I knew during that time, it was going to be a very rough period where my sleep was going to be disturbed. Therefore, it will have a effect on my energy levels. My relationship with food and training is going to be poor. So 18 months, I went through a phase, and I said, okay, that's totally fine. It's just temporary. But when I am in a place where I have consistent sleep, consistent, eating structure, and then I can start training and move closer towards my fat loss journey. The great thing about this 18-month journey is that it taught me the value and the importance of sleep, rest, and recovery. And then everything else fell in place. So for you, what you need to do, I call it the trifecta or the golden triangle. Number one, what you need to do is get on top of your sleep, rest, and recovery. Now, I'm guilty. Everyone's guilty. What we do when we get home after a long day of work and looking after the kids and so on, you might be sat home and you want a bit of downtime and you're scrolling on your phone, TikTok, Instagram, Netflix, and so on. I get it. You need a bit of time just to, have to yourself to unwind. Unfortunately, in the short term, it might solve your problems. In the long run, you are not recovering, as well as you should be. So let's say you finished work, I don't know, 6, 7 p.m. By the time you've gone home, put the kids to sleep, you've had your dinner, you're on your phone scrolling, and now it's midnight, 11 o'clock, 1 a.m. I'm not that bad. But some clients I've spoken to can be up until 1 a.m. They'll sleep, get up at 5, 6 a.m. and they have to get into the office. They've not had, a big enough window, or they haven't rested and recovered well enough. They'll come into the gym, they'll come and see me. Oh, Cam, I'm tired. Can we just take it easy today? And then we have one too many of those, easy sessions. And then as the month goes by, you look at the calendar and you think, hold on, the easy sessions or the not so good sessions have outweighed the great sessions, which is what we need more of. And I've always put it down to, look, you're not rested enough. I know you want to come in and train hard. The heart is there. The want is there. The oomph, the fire is there. But sorry, you're not rested. And if you're not rested, risk of injury is significantly higher. Performance is hindered. Forget about it. Now, me working in the City of London, lawyers are my one of the groups of peoples I work with, and they work really long hours. I send them home. If they come in, they're tired. Oh yeah, man, I was in the office till 1 a.m. and so on. Go home. You're not training. Go home and sleep today. Come back tomorrow and we'll train twice as good, and recovery will be significantly better. Now that the sleep side is taken care of, let's dive into the nutrition. Now, one of the common things I hear from a lot of my clients is, I'm eating healthy, Cam. Yeah, I'm eating really healthy, but can't shift this weight. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Oh, maybe it's just too much carbs. Maybe it's not enough protein. Now, there's really good tools out there. I put every single one of my client on MyFitnessPal. I essentially send them away to do a bit of homework, and I say, listen, you're going to go away for seven days. Use the app, log everything that you consume, and just be yourself. Sometimes when I put people on this task, they start behaving. They start, eating really well and clean, which is not a true reflection of who they are. If you snack a lot, if you drink, if you, whatever the case may be, you have to be true to yourself and log it down. You do that for 7 days, and it has to be 7 days of where it's your normal week, nothing out of the ordinary, friend's birthday or client dinners or whatever the case may be. You have to log it for 7 days, and we look at it over that week and see where things are going wrong. It could be that, one day you've got a great intake of food, the next day because of work or you've been rushing, you haven't had anything to eat. So you get this good day, bad day, good day, bad day, good day, bad day, which then equates to high energy, low energy, or no energy, and so on. And then we can, once we have a better idea of what's coming in, we can then start refining. And it might be as little as, the carbohydrates are too high. Oh, the protein is too low. Let's make subtle adjustments where necessary to position you where we need you to be, to, make sure it's in line with your goal. And then lastly, once you've got your nutrition done, it's just down to your physical activity. Now, you don't have to beat yourself up in the gym. Don't think, you know what, I've had a week off. I can't wait to go into the gym and I'm going to smash it. I'm going to have an amazing workout. I'm going to double up and everything. This is the wrong approach. You are going to overexhaust yourself, overtraining, risk of injury. What you need to do is have a system in place and deliver that as consistently as possible. A common trait that I see in the gym with a lot of my guys is they will do, say, an upper body session, so arms day, and then they get busy in the week, they skip the leg session. So they might do, say, 2 upper body days and then skip the leg. Next week, another 2 upper body and skip the leg. So there's no balance. You haven't covered your whole body. And this, in the long run, can create imbalances. So a nice strong upper body, weak lower body, tight hamstrings, and so on. So now, obviously, like I said, I predominantly work with city professionals working in a corporate environment. And I always try and, preach balance. Make sure you've done everything once, repeat, and then come back and repeat again. So to guarantee your fat loss, first things first, get on top of your sleep. Maybe just track it for 7 days. For 7 days, even 30 days, make sure you're sleeping well. And what you're looking out for is your energy levels being nice and high, your focus. Can you think straight? Can you open your laptop, your desktop, look at your emails and have a clear vision, as I call it. Some of my clients, they open their laptop, they see 50 emails and go, man, I need a coffee. If that's you at work, what makes you think you're going to come into the gym and train hard? So fix that, come back, and rest recovery is the most important thing. You as an adult, it's your responsibility. There's nobody holding you accountable. You need to get on top of that. I did that. When I started my journey back end of 2023, when I got my sleep back, no Netflix, no scrolling, no nothing. I said to myself, hey, my kids go to bed 7:30. I'm going to bed at 8 p.m. I can get up at 5. Energy levels are high. I need to make sure that my workouts are on point and every set, every rep is crystal clear. I would walk out of that gym with a big smile on my face going, wicked, I smashed it. And the food is ready. So I would, create a menu that fits around my lifestyle, my taste, my preferences, ensuring that my calorie needs are met. I was training 6 days a week, not because I had to, but I wanted to. So I would do 4 weights. So 1 day upper body weights, 1 day lower body weights, 1 day cardio, performance cardio, so high intensity cardio. And then I would repeat the cycle again, upper, lower cardio. And then a day off. And on that day off, it was just meal prepping for the week ahead. And I did that for 10 months. It became a lifestyle. It was so fun. Energy levels were through the roof. Recovery was amazing. Relationship with friends and family was awesome. I filtered out all the irrelevant stuff that I didn't need. And yeah, I've been a trainer for 20 years, but it doesn't mean I'm in shape year round or every single year of my life. I had 18 months off where I didn't do anything. Life happens, but you're not lazy. What you need to do is get on top of your calendar, your schedule, your diary management. If you don't manage your diary is going to, throw you off and you'll never get that workout in. So as a trainer, yes, I book in all my clients' hour slots, but then I also schedule in my training sessions. I used to move my training to put my client in if they'd say, "Oh, Cam, have you got a 2 p.m. slot?" which is like my training time, and I'd go, all right, go on then. But then eventually I got to a point where I'd just show them the calendar and I'd block it out, go in admin time. I'd never write in training, I'd say admin. And they go, "Oh yeah, you've got admin," but it's actually my training. And they would work around me. And then I would manage my meals, and then I got it done. Yes, I mean, there might be a bit of bias there because, or an advantage, shall we say, because I work in a gym, but sometimes I don't have the advantage and I'm just overwhelmed with work, but I made it happen. So, yeah, so listen, you want guaranteed results, please do these 3 things. Get on top of your sleep, track it, just track it for a week, maximum a month. Look at where you're going wrong, fix that. And I promise you, the minute you fix your sleep, energy levels are going to be super high. You're recovering faster. You walk into the gym with more energy and you're going to smash it. Then we can get on top of your nutrition. With your nutrition, get MyFitnessPal. It's completely free. Start logging everything you're eating and look at what's coming in, how much carbs, fats, proteins, and calories. And then lastly, we can move into your training. The training, don't worry about it too much. We can figure out a system that works for you. There isn't one, a single program which is, for everybody. We can work that out later. Go and do that. Come back, get in touch with me. Let me know how you got on, and I would love to help. I'm going to try and grow my channel. If you could, please subscribe, share, like, and so on. And guys, sorry I've been waffling on, but I just wanted to keep it as raw as possible. This is pretty much how I speak with my clients when they come into this room and I have a consultation. I just tell them straight how it is. But yeah, I hope this helps, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next video.